What are these?
Don't get the numbers. It's much easier for me. What? What are you supposed to write?
But anyway. When I realized it, when I saw
Last one. Phones away for now. You will perhaps need them here with today's exercise, so keep them handy. We'll give you a break. It's about halfway through. I'm very grateful today for Dr. Lewis to come and present to us. If you haven't, are any of you taking a class from Dr. Lewis? Okay. Then you know what a great person and teacher she is. So, Dr. Lewis, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Look at this container. Okay. Is this container half full or half empty?
we weigh it.
Oh, somebody asked, can we weigh it? Wow.
Yeah.
We got the scientific minds talking. What is it? Is it half full? Is it half empty? So, those who say it's half full, let me see you raise your hand. Half full. Okay, those who say it's half empty, let me see your hand. It's more than half. Okay. So this is just an optics test. How do we see the world? Do we see the world as from a more positive perspective, or maybe from a more negative perspective? And that's okay. It's just the lens through which you look at the world. And then we have those who want to measure and weigh the water. So they are the ones who are going into real detail on how is the world, not just how does the world look, but how is it actually operating. Now today we're focusing in on understanding strengths and building a positive psychology or positive mindset as we're looking at success. And the text I want to share with us comes from Romans 12 verses 6 to 8. We have different gifts according to the grace given to each of us. If your gift is prophesying, then prophesy in accordance with your faith. If it is serving, if it is teaching, then teach. If it is if it is to encourage, then give encouragement. If it is giving, then give generously. If it is to lead, then do it diligently. If it is to show mercy, do it cheerfully. How many people know what their gifts and strengths are? We're going on that journey this afternoon. So we're taking that journey together this afternoon. And as the Bible says, if you know what it is, then use it. Are there any prayer requests or praise reports before we jump into the content? Anybody have something they want us to pray for? Or, yes?
Basketball games happening today.
Okay, what's your name?
Malachi.
Malachi is asking for prayer for the basketball game happening today. Anybody else? Any other prayer requests? Or praise report? Okay, let us pray. We're going to pray. Let us pray. We thank you, Father, for the opportunity to learn. Here we are in this wonderful space with so many awesome minds, and we have the opportunity to learn from each other. We ask that you come here now in this space, and that you will be present and we'll have fun learning together. We also want to place before you Malachi's prayer request for the basketball game that's going to happen today. We ask that you be with the players, there will be no injuries, that they will do well, but most of all, they will have fun and show good sportsmanship. We ask, Lord, that you continue to bless us and be with us, especially those who are already studying for exams. Help us to bring things back to our memory, help us to encode them properly and to retrieve them when we need them. In Jesus' name. Okay, so we have different gifts, different strengths, and different gifts. And some people already know their gifts and strengths. So if you already know it, this is a reminder. If you don't know it, we're going to figure it out. Okay. So what are strengths? Let's hear from the people in the room. What are strengths? Okay, we have one hand here. We have Emily here. And if, no. How could I do that? How could I do that? So listen. Oh my God. C minus.
Think of serotonin.
Serotonin is not helping me.
Sarah, as in serotonin.
Oh, Sarah! How can I forget that? Miss Sarah and Sarah, right? C minus. I just my cues were not working today, right? We just did memory and intro to psych, and my cues went out the window. So Sarah, anyone else? Sarah is going to respond. Anyone else? Strengths? Okay, what's your name? Shalice. Okay, Sarah, then Shalice. Go ahead.
Usually when it comes to strengths, we have higher endurance.
Okay.
And then we also find ourselves with confidence. And then another thing. Now my memory is failing.
So something we enjoy and something that we're really good at.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Yes, Shalice? Something you consider yourself good at. Something you consider yourself good at. Okay, so we have enjoyment and doing it really well coming together. Anybody else wants to add to that? What are strengths? Okay. So you're on the right track. There are positive personal strengths, something that our capacity, something that we're particularly good at, is the way we think, the way we feel, and the way we behave. So it's something that we do really well in how we think, feel, and behave. Why is it important to know our strengths? Let's hear from somebody on this side. Why is it important to know our strengths? Who wants to know? So something you should know. I don't talk to myself. Yes, what's your name?
Selena.
Selena. So Shalice, Selena, yes.
I think it's important to know our strengths because when we know our strengths, we know more about ourselves, and we know how to handle our weaknesses better.
Oh, I like that. So we know more about ourselves, and then we also know how to handle our weaknesses better, or those things that challenge us more, because we can leverage our strengths to do that. Really good. Thank you, Selena. So Sarah, Shalice, Selena. Those are the three people who have answered already. Anyone on this side? Why do we want to know our strengths? Why is it important? Anyone on this side? Yes, say. So we can know where to focus our attention. Say some more about that. What do you mean?
If there's something that you're good at, something that you enjoy doing, then it's more likely that you're going to do that and be like, it's better to focus your energy towards that than towards a bunch of different things without having more focus.
Oh, so it gives you a focus. It helps you to focus your energies the direction you want to focus it. Yes, sir. It gives you confidence. Really good answers. So it's important to know what we're good at or positive characteristics because it helps us to focus our energy. It helps us to also deal with our weaknesses, and it helps us to feel good about ourselves. So some other points here connected to what Sam said. It helps with our self-confidence and our self-awareness, as Selena mentioned. And when we have more self-awareness, then we have more emotional intelligence. So I understand who I am, I understand my moods, I understand what I'm thinking and feeling, and it also helps me to start looking outside to say, okay, do I understand other people's feelings, thoughts, behaviors as well? So it starts with understanding ourselves. It gives us a sense of motivation. Zay mentions focusing, where we want to focus our energies. It helps us in figuring out and achieving our goals, connected to what Selena mentioned about dealing with weaknesses, areas of weaknesses. So it could help us to focus on the areas we're really good at and the direction we want to go in, but it could also help us to handle areas that we're weaker in. And then if we are really good at these things, then we can leverage them to engage in academics, in work in different areas to be more productive. So these are some additional reasons why it would be a great idea to understand our strengths. Now, some people have strengths in some areas. They're really good in some areas and not so great in other areas. Some people are really good at making connections. Some people are really good at doing things with their hands. But overall, when we understand our strengths, it helps us also to build relationships, engage with others, and overall to improve our well-being. And that comes under the idea of positive psychology, where we want to focus on our strengths and not so much the areas that we are weak in, not that we don't address them, but we're focusing on the things that we do really well and how we can leverage those in our areas of weakness or challenge. And it helps us to know like who we are and what makes us who we are. So we're going to touch on understanding our strengths, like tippy-toeing on, touching on positive psychology, which helps us to figure out what makes life worth living. And a part of what makes life worth living, many people want happiness. They want to enjoy life. And according to one of the proponents of positive psychology, Seligman, he talks about happiness having these three dimensions. Having a pleasant life, having a good life, and a meaningful life. And when we're done, I want us to be looking more at having a meaningful life. So pleasant life is for our own pleasure and gratification. We want to do things well and we want it to, for life to go well for us. Then having a good life is using our strengths, maybe to help somebody else. But having a meaningful life is knowing that we're engaging our strengths for the greater good, not just for ourselves. And that's where I want our minds to head in that direction. It connects with something in John 10 verse 10 that says, I come that they may have life and that they may have it more abundantly. So we're looking at this abundant life and what Seligman calls having a combination of signature strengths, looking at the things that we're really good at. And I want to link that to having the abundant life that John speaks about. So I want us to look now. This is where we're going to spend a good portion of our time. It's going to take you a moment to do it. I want us to figure out what our strengths are. So we're going to take out your tablet or your phone, right? If you have a laptop, and you're going to go to this website. It's going to take a minute to do. It's going to take a little bit to do. And you're going to have to sign up for it, right? But you don't have to sign up to get additional emails. You can not take that portion. So this test should take 10 to 15 minutes to do. And we want to look at what our strengths are. So that's what we're going to be doing. Is everybody able to get onto this website here? I know that's a challenge for you. Pardon me?
The internet just like,
It just went away?
like, this is slow.
It's very slow.
Oh, I just did that. Oh. I got it. I'm trying to,
Is it there now?
Oh no,
Okay.
it's very slow, but it's
I'm trying to get my hotspot.
over 4 million hackers.
When you slide down, what does it tell you about that?
Like, you don't want the discount?
So you are a coach, right? So the highest scores, when you slide down some more, it tell you you're a coach, empathizer, philomath, analyst, optimist. Those will be your results. So when you scroll down a little bit, which one is your highest one, and what does it tell you about that? Okay. So I want you to look at the results, look at your highest score, touch it. What does it tell you about yourself? Do you agree with the results? Then look at your lowest score, touch that one, read it. Do you agree with the results? So I want you to read the highest and the lowest. Okay. So what did you find out about yourself? Okay. So am I asking the question in which people don't understand? Alright, let's backtrack. What was your highest score? Which one was your highest score? Your biggest strength? Empathizer. What does that say about you? Read what it says. What's your name again?
Kirsten.
Kirsten. So we're all listening to Kirsten. Go ahead.
Empathizers are great at understanding how people feel and use this sensibility to do good for others. They become frustrated when asked to disregard feelings and focus solely on logic instead.
Does that align with what you know about yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So she's an empathizer. All right. Look at your lowest score. Number 5.
Focused experts.
What does that say?
Focused experts enjoy getting a project straight to the finish line rather than changing directions regularly. They focus on one thing at a time and dislike any distractions.
Okay. So is that one of your strengths as well?
Probably not.
Probably not. So that's why it comes lower on the list. Okay. All right. So looking at your top strength and the first one, the one that's numbered 1 and the one that's numbered 5. Did you learn anything new about yourself? Or is this something you already knew? Something you already knew. All right, Dave, and tell me about this. You said it's something you already knew. What do you already know?
Not very relational, but I just like to get things done.
Not very relational, but I just like to get things done. Awesome. Okay. What else? Who else learned something new, or did it confirm something for you? Okay, for those that confirmed something, you confirmed what you already know. Let me see you raise your hands. Confirm what you already knew. Okay, I'm just gonna pick on somebody. My friend here. Smiling. Okay, what did it already confirm for you?
That I can feel what other people feel, and I have a general sense to just help others.
Okay, so an empathizer as well?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You want to say something, Sam? Okay. All right, so those people who learned something new, let me see you raise your hands. Well, nobody wants to raise their hand because they're like, she's going to pick on me. Okay, go ahead, Orville.
Honestly, I was so disproportionate.
Okay, disproportional how? All right, listen, everybody's listening in one place.
It's 43% motivation.
Okay. Motivation, what does that say about you?
That I know how to take charge, speak up, and
Does that, is that you?
yes,
His friends are saying, yeah, that's him, that's him, that's him, yeah, yeah. So you are not expecting that?
I know, I just wasn't expecting it, but it was supposed to be so low.
Oh. Okay. So it's like, this is like you way over here, and then you're like, but I expected them to be. No, it means that this is a really powerful strength that you have, and that's okay, okay? You have other strengths, but this one shines through more. Anybody else learn something new or something that they were not expecting? Yes, what's your name again?
My name's
Yes.
Dominic.
Pardon?
Dominic.
Dominic? Okay, let's listen to Dominic, please. Go ahead, Dominic.
My lowest one, which I still think is a very valid one, but it says, for thinker, they tend to find it, they find it difficult to work in teams that tend to act before thinking. I hadn't really thought of that. I think it's true, but I never thought of it that way.
So it's something it's true about yourself, but you hadn't put it into words or found a thought around it. Okay. All right. So what I want you to do now is to pair with someone, and I want you to discuss your strengths, the things you found out on this sheet of paper, from this test. So you're gonna talk in pairs or in trios about what you found out and what you agreed with or disagreed with, and how you've used your strength in the past. So, what you found out, what you agreed with, disagreed with, and how you've used your strength in the past.
That too.
What you disagreed with and how you used your strength in the past. So if you finish having the conversation, then jot down what you found out about yourself, what you agreed with, what you disagreed with. If you didn't disagree with anything, that's fine. And how have you used your strength in the past? So jot down that information in your notebook thingamabobs. I'm going to give you about 2 to 3 minutes, about 3 minutes to do that, then we're going to come back to a whole discussion, okay? 5 minutes. So let's be writing these in our notebooks now, please. You got it written down already?
Personal.
Focus X.
Maybe 2 more minutes.
So mine's out of chemistry.
Okay. So I noticed that people have stopped writing and people are starting to talk some more, so I guess we're finished writing. Now as we're looking at that piece here, how have you used this strength in the past? I want someone to share that with me. Any one of these strengths that you've identified, how have you used it in the past? Anyone? We just shared it with our friends, so let's share with each other. Yes, Nathan.
Around this is the lowest one, but storytelling. I enjoy being able to convey what I'm trying to say in a way that the person I'm talking to can identify with. And I feel that stories and illustrations.
So you use stories and illustrations to convey a lot, to convey what you want someone to understand.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Were you putting your hand up?
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead. Say your name again, please.
my name's Brett.
Brett, this is Brett. Go ahead, Brett.
I worked in childcare at one point, so the coach and empathizer traits are very relevant to that field.
Okay, all right. So in childcare, you use the coaching and empathizing when you're working with children. Yep. Okay, all right. Let's hear. Say your name.
Bono.
Bono. Okay, go ahead, Mike. You locked in.
So yeah, I back at home I was one of the.
Let's listen to Bono, please. One conversation.
Back
Yes.
at home I was one of the worship directors at my church, and I was like just looking at these traits, just singing about how like as a team leader we're always looking to grow our team and always looking to grow our church and just like, growing the mission that God called us to. So just seeing how like I guess optimism comes into that and just hopefulness and gratitude towards everything that I do.
Okay, so it connects. You see how it connects. And it connects with the things that you enjoy doing. And did you notice that? That many of these strengths connect with the things that you enjoy doing as well? Okay. All right, someone on this side. How have you used your strength in the past? Anyone on this side want to share? Okay, Orville, go ahead.
Just encouraging other people.
Okay, encouraging others. Okay. So what are strengths if we can't use them, thank you Orville, to help us when we are in challenges, when we have problems, when we are looking at our weaknesses. So Selena had mentioned that understanding your strengths helps you to know, build awareness, and it also helps you to figure out the areas that you're not so great at. But what if we could leverage our strengths for the areas that we're struggling in? So I want each of you to think about an area that you're struggling in. And I also want you to think about which one of your strengths could help you in that area. So think about an area you're struggling in, and think about which one of these strengths or which combination of strengths can help you in that area. So I want you to be thinking right now. Thinking about that, an area of challenge. And how either one or a combination of these strengths can help you in that area. Okay, now I want you to jot down that thing. Jot down the area of challenge. I want you to identify the strengths that can help you, write it down, in the areas that you have challenges. Now I want you, after you've done that, to turn to the person next to you and share what you're comfortable sharing about that area of challenge and how you could use or have used these strengths in that area. Okay? So once you bring it down, turn to someone next to you and share that information. Leverage those strengths to handle areas that are challenges for you. Yes, Mona.
You can use them as building blocks to motivate yourself and to push yourself. Like
Okay.
having resilience, having optimism to just continue to grow as a person, and having accountability towards yourself.
Okay, so yours are optimism and
Hold on. Optimism and thinking.
optimism and thinking. So you use those to address the particular issue. So I want us to rubber hit the road example. So that's the theoretical, and that's really good. I like how you've laid it out. But let's think about when the rubber hits the road. Can you think of an example of a time when you have or had a challenge that you can actually use these strengths? Not in a theoretical, we understand it way, but in a practical kind of way. Who wants to share that? Yes.
Yeah.
Dominique?
Yes.
Dominique,
Yeah.
okay.
The challenge that I faced was midterms coming up.
Midterms.
And one of my strengths is little math, which is the love of learning.
Okay.
So if I lean into that strength of the love of learning,
is a love of learning. Mid-semesters are coming up. So leaning into that love of learning, instead of thinking, oh my goodness, I need to learn all these things because I want to pass my test. Instead of panicking in that way, thinking, oh, I get a chance to learn all this cool stuff and then tell other people about it when I write it down. So you're using your strength to deal with that particular issue. Who else? Somebody else. Let's hear some practical ways we can use our strengths. Who else wants to go? Anybody behind me? Let's hear from somebody in the middle section here. I don't know you. I love how you locked in there. It's like he's ready. But let's hear from somebody else. Let's hear from somebody else. We're all shy. Okay, go ahead.
My area of challenge, Kirsten,
Kirsten. Go ahead, Kirsten.
is like more like analytical thinking, like numbers and that type of stuff. And so then, like especially for my math class, the delivery was like my second one, and that's kind of like I thought like diligence, like being able to like stay on top of things. So then using that to just work on the analytical skills.
Okay, so delivering is one of the strengths.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, and then you're saying with your math classes, you can use that and combine it with your analytical thinking skills to do really well in this math class that seems to be challenging at this time. Or seems to be something that you need to complete, a goal that you need to achieve. Anyone else? No one else? Okay. So what we've been doing so far, we've been doing a lot of this thinking. Are we together now? Are we together now? Are we together?
Yes.
So far what we've been doing is a lot of thinking. We've done this test, we've thought about what our strengths are, how have we used our strengths in the past, and then we're looking at now how can we leverage what we know about ourselves, these strengths, to actually attack our challenges. And I want us to do the next thing, which is to, why is it not moving? To believe in ourselves. Remember, we talked about positive psychology. It's looking at our lives from a strength-based perspective, focusing on the things we do well instead of focusing on the things that we're not so great at. So I want you to believe that the strengths that you have, you can utilize them to actually solve the problems that you're facing. So that was the activity. So the next time you're coming up on something that's distressing you, that's challenging you, that you see as a weakness, I want you to flip it and start focusing on your strengths. What of these strengths, which of these strengths, which combination of strengths can I use to act, to do the next thing, which is to act, to take action, to solve a problem. So we're thinking with discernment, we're believing with insight and commitment, and we're going to take action, creating an action plan using the strengths that we have to solve problems, right? And what we're looking at is creating a meaningful life. Not just a pleasant life where we're successful and we pursue positive emotions in the present. Not just a good life where we use our strengths to gratify ourselves, but a meaningful life when we're using our signature strengths and virtues in the service of something much greater than ourselves. So it's not just about us. We were not gifted with strengths just to serve ourselves. So we started with that Bible verse about each of us are given gifts. These gifts were not just given to serve ourselves, but they were given to serve others and for the cause of salvation. So how do we utilize our strengths? Yes, to solve our own problems, but also to contribute positively to the society we're in, and also to build the kingdom. Right? So use your signature strengths and virtues in the service of something much larger than you. Dear children, let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and in truth. Meaning, let's not just be hearers of the word, but doers also. So we've sat here, we've listened, we've done the test. Some of us just kind of just slid through it. But I want you, when you go back to your rooms or whatever, to think about what you've learned here today. What have you learned about yourself? What have you learned about who you are and the strengths that you have? And in this transition period, many of you are first-year freshmen or maybe second semester students, and you're trying to figure out how do you manage this university life. I want you to think about what you learned in this class and how you can leverage that to meet those challenges. I am doing what students enjoy doing, is I'm ending early. Have a great afternoon.